Hello everyone, my name is Ryan and welcome to another Smite commentary. And for today we'll be playing some Anubis in Clash. And we should be able to do very well with him. Although we are against an Odin, which is pretty annoying for an Anubis. Since the main strategy for fighting as Anubis is, in my opinion, getting lifesteal and just out-healing, out-damaging your opponents. But you can't really heal when you're in an Odin cage, so that can be an issue. I will get Aegis though. I'm not going to get Phantom yet. I think I won't get it at all. Kind of depends on how the game is going. If I get ulted by the Fenrir a lot, I'll probably go for Purification Beads, or maybe if I get stunned a lot by the Hou or the Morgan. But Phantom is definitely an option. But I feel like Aegis will do me more good, since we have a lot to do with that. Nice timing by the Morgan. We'll get that buff, unfortunately. Can't really do any burst damage since, well, my 3 and my 1 are just stick damage. So I kind of have to hope for the best when I use it. Or stop using it at the right moment, so the damage from the opponents is just barely not enough and a basic attack can finish it off. But it is definitely not reliable. Letting my team know though that the enemies are coming. I can't really rotate, or I don't really want to rotate either, since it's a little bit too much of a risk. Since I have no boots at all, I'll just lose experience and gold if I leave. That's something that's quite annoying, I feel like, in Clash. Because when I'm on the left side, it means that the opponents will be able to push the minions before I'm able to push them. Because it's more on their side, so if I push up, the chance of me dying is pretty high. If I'm not careful enough. But that means that our other side will take longer, or will be clearing it faster, because it's on their side quicker. Usually they'll advance, try to get the opponents once they've pushed the wave. But that also means that our enemies can rotate from the left to the right once they have cleared the wave. So that means they'll get ganked while I'm still there dealing with that wave. So yeah. I hope you understand what I mean. But yeah. Let's see. Fenrir goes for it. Able to hit him with the stun. And he's going to use his Brutalize. That's not going to do an awful lot for you, buddy. I mean, you can use it for the mobility. But trying to kill an Anubis while he's ulting you, even with the low amount of lifesteal I have, there's no way he's going to kill me. Even without lifesteal. I mean, his Brutalize is not going to one-shot me. Even when I'm ulting without lifesteal. It's just not going to happen. Rest in pieces. Let's see. You know what? Let's get Bancrofts. Usually I'll go for boots first before I go into Bancrofts, but since I have enough gold, Bancroft is not a bad option at all. It is a lot of power. It is a lot of lifesteal. And when I'm low on HP, it's even more power and more lifesteal. So I'll have 120 power, as you can see on the left side. Once I am below 25%, I'll have 220 power. That is a lot to have at this stage of the game. And when I'm low on HP, I'll also have 40% lifesteal. With Anubis passive, that's an insane amount of healing I can get. And that will allow me to just fight opponents head to head. Unless I'm, of course, Odin cage. That's always a little bit of a risk. Oh, he's probably looking for a sort of bounce. I don't think there are an awful lot here. There are a couple of triple bounces, but the most triple bounces are actually almost at the same location. There aren't really any that kind of bounce very awkward and can get behind you or close to you, I feel like. I haven't played Hou that much in Clash though. Oh, that's fine. We're ahead by a decent amount. Actually, almost 2k gold. That's not bad at all. With only 2 kills of difference. We did get first blood, I think. I think we got first blood. It would make sense we got first blood. Let's keep it at that. Kind of waiting for my 3. I don't think I can kill anyone with just my ult yet. Let's see if we can get it. Yeah, I got the Morgan. Okay, I was a little bit too much of an awkward spot. Lifesteal is not going to do that much just yet, but it still did decent. I mean, I still got the Morgan while being ulted by... I mean, I got Fenrir ulted, I got Hou ulted. And the Odin used his bird bomb on me, so I was able to get... Oh. That's risky. If Thanatos has his 1-up... Oh, nice. They got the Odin in threshold. I was wondering, if the Thanatos landed on the Fenrir to try and finish him off while he's not in threshold, he has to have his 1-up. Otherwise, he'll just die. Otherwise, he can't kill him quick enough without dying himself. But yeah. I mean, I still took 2 ults and I still got a return kill for that. So I feel like I did pretty well. Oh, you should not have done that, buddy. Forcing out purification beads. We might be able to chase him down. 2 assassins are definitely going deep for him. Can't really help too much. Come on. Oh my god. I really thought they had that. That's my bad. If I aimed my 3 a little bit better, I could have at least slowed him down. Oh, Odin has frostbound. That's not good. I don't have my stun. Actually, it didn't really matter. Still had a dash up, so she couldn't really be brutalized. At least not for more than 1 or 2 ticks. Let's see if we can finish off the Fenrir. Decent damage. Time to try and lifesteal up a little bit. Nice, able to pick up the Odin as well. And we might be able to pick up the Kukulk. No, because I suck. No! Oh, I should have Aegis. That was my bad. That was a little bit greedy on my part. If I hit the stun or the 3 properly, then it would have been enough. Ooh, nice Aegis forced out. Nice patience by our Thanatos. He won't be able to survive it because of the enemy, the Morgan's counter, but he still waited long enough to at least get the kill. If he went for it immediately, he would have been into, or he used his ult into the Aegis from the Kukulkan, and he wouldn't have been able to hit his 1 for the healing and the kill. So he definitely would have died without a kill. So nice patience by our Thanatos. Props to him. Looks like they're fighting on the left side. I'll just throw down my 3 and I'll try to rotate. Make sure that the wave's pushed up. They'll lose a lot of gold and experience if I do so. And it still helps me out in the farm. Which is definitely important. Nice stun combo. Rooted by the Scylla. Didn't last very long. But after that the Kali also used her stun. And that just barely put him in place. I think he had his jump up. That's why he went quite aggressive. But if you get CC chained like that, there's nothing you can do about it. Getting some tower shots. Shouldn't be too much of an issue though. Nice dodge. That's also something that's quite obvious. I mean, when someone is going for a stun, like an Anubis, it's just... they'll look at you. Something like Sobek, I don't know. I always feel like people are always kinda... yeah, I got a good amount of healing from that. I always feel like the enemies are just very, I don't know, obvious sometimes. Especially Sobek and Anubis, since they have that kind of... that line stun, very narrow. It's quite obvious when someone is going for it, in my opinion. But you can definitely make use of it. If you stop basic attacking for a bit, just to make sure that you don't get ice. Oh, rest in pieces. I missed everything. Tornado will hit. The coconut too. Luckily I just used my Aegis. I heard the sound behind me. That's a good thing, by the way. If you have sound on, always make good use of it. Loki, you can always hear Loki go invisible or the Morgan go invisible. Even if it is an army, if she's close enough. And a lot of ultimates you can definitely hear very, very well. Especially with Kukulkan, you have a lot of time to react to it, since it's such a... it's kind of a slow ultimate. So sound is definitely a very big part of Smite. Without it, it's very difficult to play. That's also one of the reasons why I don't always go and listen to music while I'm playing. Because if you're against a Loki and you can't hear him coming, that's kinda annoying to deal with. Should be fine. Look at that damage. Aegis forced out on the Fenrir, but he will die as well. As long as I don't get CC'd, I can definitely kill them. The Morgan changed... I'm not sure what the Morgan changed into, to be honest. But it wasn't enough. I think she should change into me, I'm not gonna lie. I think that at this stage, with my Spear of the Magus finished, there's no real way someone can survive the amount of burst I can do. Especially with my ultimate. I mean, 2-3 ultimate is just so dumb. But that's fine. I think I'll head back to base. I can get my tier 2 on the rod, So that's a little bit more power. A little bit more of mana regen, but I don't really care much for it since I have Sense of Time. I don't think mana will be an issue ever. I also have cooldown boots, so a little bit of additional base mana. In general, just some mana sustain is not bad to have. I still like to go for Sense. I mean, Vampiric Shroud is pretty good on Anubis, since he fares so well with lifesteal. That was not the real one. Dang it! I thought I had the real one. That sucks. Oh well. It's my bad. She used her thing. Forcing out purification beats nonetheless. Oh, Fenrir, leave me alone. Oh, nice silence by the Thanatos. I think the Fenrir went for the Brutalize, so I couldn't have done anything about it since my 2 was on cooldown. Oh, he knows I'm there. He uses Mark, so I'll just keep my distance a little bit, so I don't get knocked up and CC'd. I can still try to go for something else. Looks like I was able to hit that stun though. Or at least my 3. Look out. Oh, that hit him right in the face. That's the Morrigan. I mean, I know they don't have Moonbots. That's kind of a good thing about the Morrigan, I feel like. The fact that you can get to be so many gods. I mean, if you look at what we have on our team, there are so many good gods you can change into. I mean, my ultimate is insanely powerful to burst someone quickly. You have the Scylla with the potential to get a Penta with her ultimate. Humbot's huge impact with his ultimate. Kali, if you play properly, you can just destroy a couple of your opponents and heal up with that. And have that death immunity ult, which is not bad. And of course the Thanatos to finish someone off. So we have a lot of good gods to change into. I feel like we have better gods for her to change into than her team herself. I mean, the best god she can change into, I feel like, is probably either Odin, to catch someone that's already used his dash, or already used Phantom, or something like that. Let's see. I don't really know who to focus here. Golden is in the jungle. I did take a good amount of damage. Let's just use my basic a little bit to lifesteal up. Looks like Thanatos goes in deep. I'm not going through the Phoenix. I won't survive it. Looks like we have enough damage though to finish off the Odin. Let's lifesteal off a little bit on this buff camp. And we will be able to just get out. I don't think we'll get the Phoenix. That's the downside of the comp we have. We don't have an ADC. And that's not immediately a bad thing, but it will make it a little bit more difficult to push the waves. But looks like I will be able to do a decent amount of damage. I don't have Obsidian. Obsidian is pretty good. Obsidian Shard. It's pretty good if you want to push towers or go for objectives. But I feel like you're better off going for something like Spear of the Magus on Anubis, because you have so much tick damage. And since we do have another magical in the Scylla, I think it's not bad to have it at all. As you can see, my damage is insane at the moment. And I get a good amount of lifesteal from it. The final, or not the final item, but the next item I'll go for is... What's it actually called? Was it called Book of the Dead? I'm not sure. It's the lifesteal book. Let's see if we can get him. Oh, I guess that's not really a question. Rest in pieces. Oh crap. Stuck in the tornado. Get rid of the slow. Oh, that was so much. I took so much from that tornado because it was perfectly placed for that Odin ring. Not sure if that was intentional, but that definitely hurt a lot. Nice ultimate by the Fenrir. Grabbing him and pulling him into the tornado. Definitely a good one. Good fight by the opponents. But my team was able to pick up 2 of them. Well, actually the OE was picked up by my ultimate very quickly. And the Fenrir died after he went for me, so that's good. At least forcing out some of them. But looks like kind of washed off. I think they used every single ultimate so far. So the kill potential on both sides isn't that high. Although, yeah. Once he got hit by that Zephyr from the Kukulkan, it was kind of over. So much slow. But yeah, that final book, I mean, it gives me 100 additional power, 20% additional lifesteal, but it will also give me 200 HP, and I can get a shield with lifesteal. And combining all of that is just very, very powerful to have. It will bring my health up a lot. I think roughly 400. So that allows me to survive burst a little bit better. Also gives just a good amount of power and lifesteal. So in general, I feel like it's just an insanely good item to have on Anubis. It's quite expensive, so that's one of the reasons why I don't like to get it early. I mean, the Bancroft is way cheaper, Boot's way cheaper, Spear of the Mag is way cheaper, and you get more out of it, I feel like. Wrath Duty is a little bit more expensive, but with Wrath Duty you get a lot of power, and power kind of converts into lifesteal a lot with Anubis, so that gives you more survivability altogether. Looks like we will be able to get at least 2 of them. They were able to get the buff. Look at that damage. I mean, it was even without a stun. He didn't even jump that late, but way too late. That damage was just way too much for him to deal with. Looks like they might be able to get the Kukulkan. One basic to make sure that it doesn't take much more, and the Kali will be able to heal up. And looks like we got them all except for the Morgan, who is here at the moment. Let's see if we can hit her. Yes, the stun did connect, and that will be a good amount of damage. I think the Kali can finish this off. Nice stun by the Morgan. Eggs to buy some time. Kali still goes for it in the base. Will take 2 fountain ticks, but with that healing she got from the Morgan, doesn't really matter. Let's make sure that I get the aggro. If you don't know, if the minions get killed, the most nearby target will get hit, unless you hit a guard or something like that. But if nothing of that sort is happening, it will target the nearby guard. So standing next to the pillar to make sure that I got the aggro. Let's see, can we get him? Look at that damage. Come on, purification bead so I don't get pulled, and we got both of them immediately destroyed. They didn't have anything to bring up against that. That was so much damage. I kind of want to back because I have a lot of gold, but also kind of want to get this Phoenix. I don't think we'll be able to get it though. I do have my Aegis if they go for something, but don't stop my backing. I'll just kill you. Oh my god, that was so much damage. Ah, she body blocked me. She body blocked me just barely in the tornado. I had to use Aegis. I would have died if it didn't. I mean, at 300 HP, there's no way the tornado won't do 300 HP. Also, with nothing to lifesteal from, I had no real choice there. Ah, that sucks. That's fine though. Let's get that Book of the Dead. Yeah, it's indeed Book of the Dead. Okay. And I get a Chronos Pendant immediately. I feel like Chronos Pendant is probably the best item to finish it with, depending on the situation, of course. It's a lot of cooldown reduction, which I like to have since I already have a lot of power. I mean, look at that damage. That damage is insane. It also just gives the mana regen you had from your Sands of Time. So I feel like it's a better version of Sands of Time, just a lot more cooldown. It's quite expensive, so it's also one of the things that I don't like to get that early on, because I already have 20% CDR. Looks like he's a little bit distracted. Forcing out Purification Beads immediately. Quick response though. I probably should have ulted. Okay, I'll have to ult here. Go for the Yi. Wow, look at that damage and healing. They got nothing on it. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That is the lifesteal I'm talking about. Oh my god, that was so much lifesteal. I mean, look at this lifesteal. 43 on the last tick of my 3. I mean, you might think that's... Oh crap. Okay, I kind of deserve that one. But might look like it's not a lot of lifesteal. But that is just one target. If I hit multiple targets, I'll just straight up destroy them completely. There's no real way for them to get out of it. Though he should have jumped. He shouldn't have tried to basic attack fight me when I'm using my ultimate on him. Because I lifesteal more with my ultimate than he can deal damage. That's for sure. Looks like we will be able to pick up the victory. My team was all... They all survived that. So we were able to pick that one up quite easily. With me being able to pick up 2 of the opponents, and they did use a couple of abilities on me. That's always a good thing. If you can get your opponents to use a lot on you, even though you die, it doesn't really matter if your team is able to clean it up, and they were able to do that very, very well. So all in all, worked out pretty well. We had 3 assassins, which is not something you'll see quite often, but I guess it worked out quite well, since we do have a pretty versatile composition as for the assassins. I mean, we have the high early game damage Thanatos with an execute. We have the Kali late game with insane damage and attack speed. We have the Umbat with a good AoE ultimate. Umbat went a little bit bruiser, which I like. I mean, with the Jotuns and the breastplate, he'll have 40% CDR, which is maxed out. I'd have the Urchin to survive their burst a little bit better, going into some penetration. If he wants to deal more damage, I probably would have recommended something like Deathbringer as a final item, since the passive from Humbots kind of works well with Deathbringer. So he'll still be able to deal a lot of damage, but because of the item choices he made, he's still quite tanky, especially against the physicals. And they can have a lot of physicals. I mean, even the Morgan can change into a physical, so a lot of physical damage on the opponent's side. Breastplate, definitely a very good choice. As for this build I have with Anubis, definitely try it out. I've been doing very well with it. It's the build I built always on Anubis. I haven't really had a lot of deviations from it, but you just get a lot of power from the Bancrofts, good amount of cooldown reduction from the boots. You just need to have boots. That's just the way the game works. Spirit of the Mag is a lot of penetration, works very well if you have a lot of auto mage in your team. Wrath Duty, just a lot of power. Book of the Dead will give you more survivability because you'll have a shield once you have lifesteal off of minions or guards, and you'll have just in general a little bit more HP, which makes you survive longer and allows you to lifesteal for more, especially when you're low on HP. When you're low on HP, you'll have 60% lifesteal. That's just insane. And Chronos Panic to finish it off with a little bit more cooldown. There are a lot of options for it. You can go for more power. I don't really recommend going for Book of Thoth though, because you won't really get that much out of it. You can go for defense. It doesn't really matter at that stage what you build, since the other 5 items provide you so much power. I don't think you'll need more power necessarily. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you have a request, please let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.